Hi guys, welcome back to Theater. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be doing the weekly chakra healing video. But this week I'm only going to do one because I don't want to put too much strain on my voice because I'm recovering from a cold, which my best friend gave me last week on Thanksgiving, if you can believe. And so, but it's not like a regular cold. I would say I don't get sick the same anymore. Ever since, what I've noticed is that ever since I got my Reiki level 1 certification, which is Comedic Reiki, ever since I got my Reiki level 1 certification, I don't get sick the same way. And I honestly feel like, because in Reiki and Comedic Reiki we work with Sekhmet, and Sekhmet is known as the Lady of Healing, and so she, like, working with her, I just have not gotten sick the same way. Like, if my body does get something, I just don't feel it the same way. So the way it's been happening, because I've gotten sick twice since I've gotten certified, and I only get sick like twice a year, is that I'll feel some of the things. So like, I feel like my voice is like a little raspy, so it's like a little dry, and I'll have to, like, you know, clean my boogies like a couple of times during the day, but for the most part, and then I'll feel a little bit light, like my body will feel a little bit light, but other than that, I'm fine. Like, it's really crazy. Like, I feel like I'm on medication, but I didn't take any. That's how it feels like when you're working with Sekhmet and you get sick, I guess. But it's just something kind of cool that I've noticed, because I do a lot of healing work with her anyway, because she's the Lady of Healing. She's also a warrior goddess, but I've been doing a lot of healing work with her, so it's kind of just interesting how I just don't get sick the same anymore. But it's also a confirmation as well, so that's kind of cool. But because of that, I'm not going to do every single video because I've been doing readings all day, and have one more shadow astrology reading that I'm doing for somebody tonight, so I don't want to, like, put too much strain on my voice. So we're only going to do the chakra wheel today. So this is a general reading, and we're going to pull 2 cards or 3 for each, depending on how many cards come out for each chakra. And we're going to talk about what's coming up a little bit, because I feel like I prepped you guys for Scorpio season, but I need to prep you guys for the upcoming seasons that are upon us. The moon is currently in Cancer. It's moving into Leo tomorrow, and then 2.5 days after that it'll move into Virgo, then Libra throughout the weekend. So by the time I see you again, it will be in Libra, going into Scorpio soonish. So let's see what our blockage is for our root chakra. What is our blockage for our root chakra this week? Okay. What is our blockage for our root chakra this week? What is our blockage for our root chakra this week? Okay, we're going to talk about it. How can we best heal our root chakra this week? How can we best heal our root chakra this week? Okay, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it a lot. Okay. What is blocking our sacral space this week? What is blocking our sacral space this week? One more card. And it's crazy because they're just all coming out backwards. And I kept feeling this whole wand situation. I kept feeling that for the sacral space. I'm like, what is it? Like, there's just no fire. How can we best heal our sacral space this week? You know, it always comes back to that root chakra. How can we best heal our sacral space this week? Ooh, hold on. Oh. Okay. This was the other card that came out. There's a lot of 9s here. So it's like, oh yeah. Interesting. But the 9 is also rolled by the Hermit card. I should make a video on tarot, and, like, yeah, I need to make a lot of videos, honestly, but we're gonna talk about it. What is blocking our solar plexus? What is blocking our solar plexus this week? Ooh, child. Why is this blocking our... Why? Why? Yeah, I got some family stuff going on. What? How can we best heal our solar plexus this week? How can we best heal our solar plexus this week? Oh. And the ruler of the solar plexus. Okay. What is blocking our heart chakra this week? Why? Okay. What is blocking our heart chakra this week? What is blocking our heart chakra? How can we best heal our heart chakra this week? Okay. Listen, we're gonna talk about it. What is blocking our throat chakra this week? What is blocking our throat chakra this week? Okay, hold on, because like 4 cards came out for the throat chakra, of course, because that's how we want to act out here. So, and we're gonna talk about it. How can we best heal our throat chakra this week? How can we best heal our throat chakra this week? Wow, the throat chakra needs like a lot of attention this week. That's what it seems like. Because literally 4 cards came out, so there's like a whole story going on with that. So, third eye chakra. What is blocking our third eye chakra this week? Listen, what is blocking our third eye chakra this week? How can we best heal? Oh, ooh, Jesus. How can we best heal our throat chakra? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take those 2. What is blocking our crown chakra this week? Hold on. What's blocking our crown chakra? Instant gratification. Okay. How can we best heal our crown chakra this week? How can we best heal? How can we best heal? Ooh, no, that's too many cards. 1 more card. How can we best heal the crown chakra this week? 2 more cards. Okay. Bottom of the deck is death and the world. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh at these things. You just gotta laugh. If you're one to do readings, and sometimes you just gotta laugh. That's just the way we do life. Okay. So, root chakra. What is blocking our root chakra this week? It's the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know how for the past couple weeks I've been saying that we've been mentally blocking ourselves, then mentally, emotionally blocking ourselves, and then back to mentally apparently. This quick shift thing that you guys want to do, where you want everything in the now, is not working. And you're getting frustrated because it's not working. And you need to understand that Pentacles don't, they're seeds. They don't grow that quickly. You don't get them instantaneously. It's something that you have to work for. Something you have to strive for so that it can be handed to you. This is a fruit that has been grown from the ground. It takes time. You can't just like, it's not the same as walking into a store and buying the fruit. That's not the same thing. there's a lot of instant gratification going on with this reading, because a lot of it is just like ego based and very like, I want what I want, what I want, what I want, what I want. Like, can I just get what I want? And it's like, well, you don't even feel good about yourself, so how the hell are you supposed to even achieve this? So the blockage comes from the mind and thinking that you are ready to receive whatever this is, that you have put on the work, that you have eliminated all other obstacles in standing in your way, that you have kind of really taken out all the competition. Like, you got this, but you don't see the fruits yet, and it's just a frustration that comes from not being able to see the fruit. And it really has to do, the way to heal that this week, and this is going to be hilarious, is the fact that I actually have to tell you this, is by living and enjoying your goddamn life. I know, it's like, but Abby, but I want the ace of, no, but you don't get it. You still have to live your life. You still have to enjoy your life. You cannot allow yourself to be blocked and thrive. That's not how it works. You can't put off feeling good for later. Oh, your friend asked you to go out this weekend. The moon's gonna be in Libra, boo. Go. What the problem is? Where the problem at? Why is there a problem? Why? Cause you're still frustrated about this? Yeah, you're gonna stay frustrated about it, and then you're just not gonna get either. You're not gonna have a good time, and you're not gonna get the tea. So what are we doing here? The way to heal that this week is by really, one, healing your ego. And how do you heal your ego? One of them is by doing whatever you can to make you feel good, make you feel aligned. That's one. Two, that's collectively. One of the best ways to heal your ego is to go out with the girls, by the way, because y'all could just go out shopping and hype yourselves up about like that one dress that you put on that looks not cute or whatever. It could be something really stupid, but that's not the point. The point is that these moments are healing experiences that seem and are superficial, but help heal the ego, because there's a lot of Leo energy, and I can see that from strength coming up in the solar plexus as the way to best heal that this week. Work with this Leo moon coming up next week. Definitely work with this Leo moon. Anytime you have like Leo moon energy, or like Libra energy or Taurus energy, it is time to practice this. This is called self-care, self-love, just coming back to yourself, bringing your emotions back to yourself, watering yourself in order for, I don't know, certain seeds to actually grow. You still have to enjoy your life. That's still a part of the process. And because that's not really happening, and I feel like Scorpio season had everybody in hermit mode, especially some signs like Virgo's going through it right now. There's a lot of signs that are going through it. Virgo's going through it right now. Pisces going through it right now. I feel all the mutable signs are pretty much going through it right now. Sag is definitely feeling certain types of ways, because I mean, retrograde in their season and everything is like, and Jupiter is like, hold up, just let me do my thing. I have a whole year to play with you, but it's not there yet. Like it's not instantly there. You know what I'm saying? This is not instantly given. Like, the gifts are not there yet. So you're just like, where they at though? Where they at though? They're coming. But in the process of them coming, you need to have faith that they're coming and enjoy your life. And just be balanced. Seek balance. Water yourself first before you can worry about all this external nonsense. Like, you need to water yourself first. And a lot of you're mentally like scrutinizing yourself and like just beating yourself up about not having this goddamn one thing that you wanted so bad. But it's like, ultimately, what's the point of you having this thing if you don't even know how to enjoy yourself? Like, how are you supposed to gonna enjoy this? It's just gonna turn into something that you're going to be working towards again and again and again and again. Like, it's just not gonna stop. It's like something that's always like, I'm not satisfied. Why am I not satisfied? Oh, I need to strive for this. This is the next seed that I need to strive for. And then when you strive for that next seed, it's like, and after you get it, after all the struggle, then is the next seed. And it's just like, do you not think of enjoying your time right now? Why is that such a crazy idea, to enjoy your physical form, to enjoy the physical realm for what it is? My earth sign, especially my Virgos, hold on, because I need to blow my nose. Especially My Virgos, you guys need to stop doing this hermit thing. And I know y'all doing a lot of hermit stuff because pretty much all the nines came up in this reading. There's a lot of hermiting that's happening. The nines, the nine suit is ruled by Virgo. So it's a lot of hermiting that's occurring right now. And it's just like, hey, nine, hey, come out of this cave that you're in so we can, you know. No? Maybe? So that's our root chakra. For our sacral chakra, it's kind of hilarious to me that it's fire that's blocking this, but it's upside down. So the Page of Wands in reverse and then the Nine of Wands in reverse. There's some of you that are really lying to yourselves about this trauma that, like, you think you didn't carry from that situation, but you are, and you're kind of lying to yourself and putting it in the sacral space, and it's gonna backfire on your ass. And Mercury retrograde will show you how backfiring that shit's gonna have, because y'all can't do this. Y'all can't. What you can't do is this to yourselves in your sacral space. You cannot live in a state of denial, because then you cannot move forward, and that is the point of the whole retrograde thing. You cannot move forward when your traumas are literally holding you back, because you can't even admit that this thing hurt you, that this situation felt like whatever it was, like that's still anchoring you down. If you can't even speak the truth to yourself, you're fired. You will not be able to manifest properly this week. This is not the week for you, boo. Nope. No. How did you best heal that this week? You have the Nine of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a need to reground. And what do we already know that we need to do to reground? We need to take this 9 and turn it into this 9. See how that works? You see how that works? You need to take one 9 and turn it into the other one in order for you to feel good, be grounded, feel better about yourself, feel like physically better, feel like a weight has been lifted off you because you're done doing this. This is literally Virgo right here. Grounded air, earth. It's just air that has been grounded. That's literally what this is. And we need to stop doing this. Stop doing this other 9 stuff. You see how many 9s are in our lower chakras right here? And there's a reason, because there's a lot of hermiting that's happening right now. But the best way to do that is to stop letting these swords control every part of your life. You still have to feel good. Don't forget your will, your purpose, your drive. And a lot of that needs to come back to your body, yourself, your path. And that's why, because your path is blocked, your drive is blocked, your will is blocked. We will be talking about that in the solar plexus. Because that is blocked, you cannot move forward. And it's really frustrating when you can't move forward. You can't manifest. You can't see anything change. Why can't you see anything change? I don't know. Maybe because this Mercury's in retrograde. Venus is in his post-shadow phase after it's been in retrograde. And it's like, no, you still need to, like, you know, address some past mentalities and get this thing sorted up here, because it's not sorted. And what's happening is that your mind is really blocking you, instead of you embracing the time to heal through your mind, healing through your mind. And it's like, it's kind of the worst when yourself is blocking you. Your thoughts, your ideas, your movements is just blocking you. Everything you do is just blocking you. And it's just like you're your worst enemy in that situation. And I wrote a blog on my blog. I wrote a blog on my blog about 3 ways to heal through Mercury retrograde. If you want to read it, I'll put the link down below. I definitely recommend reading it, because I feel like it's literally the mind. There's so much fear mongering that goes on pre Mercury retrograde, during Mercury retrograde, post Mercury retrograde. There's always fear based. Don't call your ex. Don't talk to this person. Don't do this. Don't sign nothing. Don't do. And it's just like oh wait, I can't do anything. I can't do it. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Like as if you're mentally crippled or something. That's not what Mercury retrograde is about. And it's a lot. The fear mongering has really gotten to some people in the community. I'm just like, that's not what you need to be doing. You need to really be sorting your swords out. Sort your swords out. Figure out what the hell you're doing this about and stop doing it. Learn the lesson. Saturn. Always gonna come at y'all with the Saturn, always. For the solar plexus, what is blocking our solar plexus this week? We have the Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So this could be a family situation where Mercury being in Sag has taken upon some verbiage into you know, the family area of your life, and how somebody says something that they shouldn't have said, or some things were said about this, or something came up, some truth came revealed that, you know, stirred some pots in the family area. Or this could have something to do with a lover, like you have not received a message from said lover, you have not gotten a text from said lover. But it's Mercury retrograde, Abby. Aren't these bitches supposed to be texting me every 5 seconds? No. You're kind of feeling, it's crazy because this week it's like you're feeling like you haven't received anything, so but you're feeling a certain type of way, and you have not realized that you're the one that's supposed to reach out. And it's kind of crazy because you're like, wait, Abby, what you mean? I thought Mercury retrograde was about people hitting me up. No, you can also be the one that has to reach out to somebody else in order to speak about some truths, some emotional truths, some innocent emotional truths that have stirred some, you know, passions, some traumatic passions that is like, oh man, I wish I said this at the time that I had the opportunity. Like, I regret not saying this, I regret not having this conversation. There's something that you should know. I'm sorry about this. I forgive you about this. I feel like we do have this connection, and I'm grateful for what you taught me. Whatever it is, whatever the truth is not being said. It's not being said. And it's like a frustrating, it's a frustrating feeling. It's a frustrating blow to the ego, because I feel like ultimately we want to end up like this. Like, it's still like we want the happily ever after thing, but the way to heal that this week is actually what the cards are saying is, do not expect a happy ending. Do not expect a happy ending just because you're speaking out and you're saying your truth and you're speaking your truth out. Expect you to be stronger. That's what this is saying. Expect you to gain back your power. Expect you to gain back your willpower by doing what you need to do in order to take care of this. Okay, taking care of this requires you having strength, not because you are receiving something from somebody else, not because you're coming forth with something. It doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't always have to be about you getting something in the physical realm. Please get that out of your head. It's not always about getting the thing. Sometimes it's really about feeling good. And this is always a card of the ego for me. And you want to know who rules the ego? Leo does. And that's what this is saying. Sometimes it's about regaining your power. It's not about gaining something in the physical realm. It's about feeling good. And that's what it is. Whatever needs to be said this week, that needs to come into a close, that this Mercury and Sag retrograde, it's gonna like fire up and, you know, kind of make you say the thing that needs to be said. It's because it's to make you stronger. Is to make you stronger. It's not to make you weaker. It's to make you stronger. And just as long as you understand that, you can at least, you know, feel about it. You know, I hope you guys all feel like this by the end of the week. I hope so. But that's if you do the thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, for the heart chakra. I was blocking a heart chakra this week. It's the Empress and the Seven of Swords. So again with the swords. So we have a situation that's imbalanced. There's somebody that's really stealing from, mind you, this is also very much ego and self-care, because this is Venus energy. So there's somebody that's taking from your power, taking from your mental, it's literally stealing your thoughts, stealing your mental peace in this. If you were like, remember, go back to a time mentally where you felt like this, where you were just like, oh my god, I feel so good about myself, I feel like I'm in a good place, all that stuff. There's somebody that's taking that from you, that ability for you to feel that. And it could very much well be you, because we already talked about the root chakra and the way that's set up right now. But this situation is not allowing you to be one with yourself, be balanced with yourself, be in connection to your body physically. It's a very disconnected airy energy. And this could be like literally something literally shook you to the core, whether it was communication, whether somebody said something, whether Mercury retrograde, whether you say something to somebody else. Whatever way it's been coming up for you, it's something that really made your heart chakra unbalanced, because one, there's no truth to it. There's just like a lot of pain. This is mental, like you're not gonna gain anything from thinking about this. Like nobody's gaining anything from thinking about this, because nothing is happening. This is not a fruit. Like swords are not pentacles, they're not seeds. You cannot grow anything from them. So this situation is just like a, you know, whether or not you thought somebody was really good for you, perfect for you actually, and then they ended up being a little bit like you, but you didn't, whether or not you didn't notice the signs, whether or not you like, whether or not this is a situation where somebody is literally bae, but they're running away with your thoughts because they have not contacted you and you're feeling a certain type of way. Whatever this case may be, where you feel like disconnection, or you feel, whether it's somebody doing it to you or you're doing it to somebody else, there's just an imbalance here. That's what this is. This is just like, how do I want to explain that? Ugh. How do I want to explain that? It's like it really made you feel, think a different way about your self-worth. And it's almost like certain parts of what you thought are true about yourself are kind of coming out, and you're like, wait, that's new. I don't know. I don't really know about that. So then it turns into this like, wait, this is messing with who I am. It's just like, whatever this thing is kind of triggering your heart space. This kind of little trauma that's triggering your heart space needs to get sorted out, because there is a part of you that's not always this light and fluffy being, that is like, hey, you know, there's certain things like you may come off one way, but you're actually something else, and it's really, really blocking that space because you're not being true to yourself, because you're not balanced. And how do we best heal that this week? I mean, at this point, you know, the best way to heal that this week, to seek balance. That's one. Two, get your emotions sorted out. As that Knight of Cups, it's saying, get your emotions sorted out. Really focus on the lessons that you learned through Scorpio season. We learned a lot. We discovered a lot. We were hermiting a lot, but it's time to come into balance now. Sagittarius is a little bit more open and flowing in the energy, and it's more expansive. So you need to kind of be able to incorporate those things that you learn about yourself, those things that people teach you, those things that people teach you about yourself. You need to incorporate that and integrate that and balance yourself out. Even if it's something that makes you feel bad, even if it's something that makes you feel like just disconnected from yourself, you need to understand that whatever that thing is a part of you, and you still need to balance that out with who you are. There's just such a need to like practice self-care this week. There's a lot of it. There's just a need to practice self-care this week, because I feel like the ego is shot. The ego's been shot since the root chakra, and it needs to you need to just come back to it. It just needs to be a balance of emotion, a balance of feeling good, a balance of feeling so good that you can then give others what you have. That's literally what it is. But there's just like such an imbalance there. It's like this weird, like the lower chakras are just, it's the ego. It's like an ego wounding this week. For the throat chakra, the blockage, we have the High Priestess, the Fool, the Three of Wands, and we also have the Tower. So what this is telling me is that there's certain things that are coming to light right now, or that had been coming to light with this like High Priestess energy. This is like, this could possibly be the truths that Scorpio season left you with, that you discovered with yourself. This also could be deep also because Neptune went direct in Pisces 2 days ago. You have like this energy of like this higher consciousness of spirituality, because what Neptune was highlighting a lot of was spirituality in the retrograde. It's like past life spirituality, it's past life trauma. It was also a way to see the truth in those traumas as well. It was a very watery time to kind of work with your intuition, your spirituality, connecting to something else, taking up something, a different kind of modality, doing a lot of past life work as well. That was a really good time for that. And I feel like that those things that you came out of has given you like a new perspective, but it's kind of like you're kind of blocking the movement of it. Like you're just, the way it happened, the way you acquired this new perspective is blocking your throat chakra this week, because it didn't come out as good as you thought it was. Like Uranus came through and he was like, you needed this download, so I'm gonna give it to you, and it might just have been an ass whooping, but it had to happen apparently. So it's like the way it happens, it didn't happen with like sunshine and rainbows, and so it's not getting integrated properly. Like this information that you have acquired, you acquired some information, and you acquired some information that has to do with you moving forward, of who you are moving forward, what kind of where your direction is going, what your next steps are. You got these downloads. There's stuff that came up last week that you really like got, and you were like, okay, I'm starting to see where I'm going with this. I'm starting to see what this is looking like. Cool. Okay, like it's just a starting to see moment, and it's necessary for it. It was necessary for it to happen the way it happened. It might have been very kind of like, I don't want to say traumatic, but that's the word that's coming. But it's needed. This was something that literally shifted you into really it needed to be the shift that it needed to be. And whether you got this download during the Gemini full moon and you got all these messages, you were able to really tap in to your mental space, to your crown space, whether it was that you really got a clear vision of where your direction, what is heading to, what you need to leave behind, what is going to cost you. Like you were able to see your path really, really clear. It's in the blockage because it's just like we're too scared to move into it, and it doesn't feel good because we still feel like that hermit mode. And best way to heal that this week, when you don't get the Hermit card, you get the Hangman in the reading. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, we got the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So what does this mean for our third chakra? Best way to heal this for our third chakra: one, go with the flow, get out of this Hangman energy, come out of the cave, the Hermit cave. This is just such a Virgo reading. The Hermit cave, come out and face the things that need to be faced so you can stay above them. Come out so you can keep fighting for the things that you would like to receive. You would like to feel the things that you want to move forward with. Come out so you can then receive. Take the downloads that you've gotten and keep moving forward. Don't just say, oh my God, you know what? I put myself out there, I tried, and look at what happened when I tried. Look at what happened when I tried. Look at what happened when I said what needed to be said. Look at what happened when I like just told that person how I felt. Look at what happened. What happened? You got stronger here. What happened? What happened? And so it's like, no, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to put myself there. I just want to go. I just want to go. And what happens is, like, the universe is still going to move whether you want to or not. It's still going to move. It doesn't care about, it just doesn't care that you don't want to. It's still going to move. And that's the point that you need to remember. You need to allow yourself to heal and move forward in a positive note. And the way that's going to happen is by you continuing to, because there's so many wands that came up this week, and I know this Leo moon is going to affect this week a lot. It's going to be a lot of ego work. It's about continuing to fight the good fight. You still have to say what needs to be said, even if it's uncomfortable. Even if you know you're gonna start something. Remember, Mercury retrograde is about clearing out these mental closets. So what needs to be said needs to be said. So say it, and understand that while you're saying it, you're staying in your power because you're healing something. You're bringing something to light that needs to be said. If you're thinking about it so much, that's because it needs to come out. You need to say it. You need to process it. You need to transmute this. And the way that's going to happen is by you not keeping the stuff. Like, you already know. If you already got the download, from doing all this hermiting, if you already got it and you already know, guess what? The test is coming. If you thought this was the test, it is not. The Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you, hey, you know what? You want to get to this place right here? You're going to have to show me. You're going to have to show me, because put your money where your mouth is. That's what that is. That's what the throat chakra is about this week. So, for the third eye, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You see, I told you all the nines came out. I told you that, didn't I? Except for the Hermit. The Hermit is the only card that came out because it didn't need to come out. It didn't need to. Its presence is all over this reading. For our third eye, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Three of Pentacles. What does this look like to you guys for the third eye as a blockage? Root chakra. Root chakra. Root chakra. And then there's a lot of, hey, you know, you need to work with the Sag Sun energy. I know that I didn't sit here and prep you guys for Sag season because it's not as I don't want to say it's not as transformative. It's just that Scorpio season, it can be like that season, and it's like Sag season can be such a great season if you let it be such a great season, but if you don't let it be a great season, it ends up being in a blockage, and that's exactly what happens. I don't need to prep you for Sag season, because Sag is really about doing what needs to get done, going, whether it is putting your time into learning something new, whether it's spiritual or not. It could be going back to school or whatever, putting in the work, planting that seed to go do the things that you set out to do, because you don't feel like you are in the place that you want to be. Also, I just want to say that this is always the Virgo card to me in the Pentacles suit, because this is literally how Virgos see themselves, and how they would like to be. The Hermit card is not a good representation of Virgo. This is what the perfection that they strive to be. This is pre-Empress vibes, by the way. And when it's in reverse in the blockage, I'm telling you, Virgo vibes are just all over the place. And we do have a Virgo moon coming up, so work with that accordingly this week. But it's just a lot of ego work. There's a lot of ego work, and it has to do with really sorting this stuff out. Like, what is it that you want to do? Where do you want to plant your seeds? Like, if you want to shoot your shot, where is it gonna go? Where is it gonna go? And so when it comes to the third eye this week, your third eye is blocked because you have been getting the messages. You have actively been getting, you have actively been getting the messages of where the direction that you're going, where you're going. But then it's like you have not taken the steps to ground yourself in that space. Like, you got clear signs, but you don't know. And you do know, but you just don't want to put in the work. And because you don't want to put in the work, your third eye is like really blocked this week, because it's like, hey, we're showing you, your intuition is showing you, is hinting at you, it's like screaming like, hey, you know, this is gonna be the next thing that's gonna come up for you. This is the next thing that you're gonna do, whether it's your ancestors or not speaking to you. You know where you're moving to, but it's like you just don't want to like put into work. Put in the work. It's always, I keep saying that for the third eye, put in the work. Like, put in the goddamn work, please. And then we have, for how to best heal it, we have the Four of Pentacles, and then the Six of Pentacles. This video is going to be so long, Lord Jesus, but we're going to get through it. With these two cards, there is a need to not be, this is not a very social week. We're on Virgo mode this week. We're on Virgo mode this week. This is a very hermity type of week. But it's a really good week to figure out what we're holding on to, what we're stubborn with, and the best way to do that is to see what we're holding on to and how is that benefiting us. How is that putting us ahead? How is that making it so we're actually serving anybody? This is a great Virgo question to ask in the Virgo moon that's coming up. How are we gonna best heal this energy moving forward? How can we best use our intuition? The gifts that we're holding on to, the gifts that are given to us, how are we gonna put that to work? How can we really take this energy and say, you know what, this is the way I see my direction moving. Okay, let's go. If that's the way that I need to go, then let's go. Let's do that. How are you gonna plant those seeds? What moves are you gonna make? If Mercury retrograde has been bringing out past thoughts, past things that you need to address in order for you to move forward, in order for you to feel unstuck, how are you going to address these things? Like, there's a lot of regrounding that's happening this week, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's necessary, and I feel like I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed, but mentally you're already overwhelmed. So there is like a need to be like, pause. I know what I know, and now what? And then for the crown chakra, I'm going to be prepping you guys for Aquarius season and also Capricorn season, I feel like, because Capricorn season, we're going to get this root chakra situated, okay? We're going to get this root chakra situated because ain't nobody does root chakra better than Capricorns do, especially because we rule it, but whatever. But Aquarius rules the crown chakra. So we have two back-to-back seasons going from the root to the crown coming up for us. And what that tells me is that a lot of us are going to need to focus on regrounding in order for us to really do well during this Aquarius season, using our crown space and seeing really clearly what we need to do, what socially, how can we best apply ourselves, so many things. But we're going to be talking about crown more during this time. But before we get there, before we can be in our power and be all cute and stuff, this is in our blockage, the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. And in our blockage, it just absolutely does not make sense, but this is ego blocking. Understand this. Our ego is what's being blocked this week. The things that we're holding on to because we want to be egotistical this week is what's blocking us from connecting, is what's blocking us from being balanced, is what's blocking us, period. There's a disconnect from our higher selves because our ego is not where it needs to be. We're not doing what needs to be done. Our fire is imbalanced within the chakras. Our sacral space is just a hot mess. And so because we're not in balance with our sacral space, in balance with our root chakra space, in balance with our solar plexus, we are out of our power. We're not reaping the benefits of being in our power. We're just not there. And what that does is that it doesn't allow you to take your path seriously. This is what happens. This tower moment, this is what happens. Like, you get so afraid, mind you, this is Uranus. This is what happens. You get so afraid of things that you get to see when you finally, if you've been asking for a sign, if you've been asking for something to come through, and then it finally comes through, and then you're just like freaking out because it finally came through. It's like, wait, why are you freaking out? Because you finally got the sign that you needed to move on this or do what you need to do, or no, it's just like everything is happening at once, and it needs to just be sorted out. That's what needs to happen. The best way that we can heal that this week, we have the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So again, back to regrounding, back to rerouting ourselves. We are going to be talking about Capricorn season, how best we can use that season to really map out where we want to go and how to be stable consistently. How can we keep our root chakra in a good place consistently? These are things that we're going to touch on during Capricorn season throughout the time. I've already been I got this download last week, so that's kind of hilarious how that came up. But for the rest of it, we need to bring back the balance within ourselves. That's what this is, first and foremost. If you're dealing with a relationship, this is something else because we talked about it in the solar plexus reading. But as far as this is about bringing balance back to yourself, because this whole bitter thing, it's not keeping us in our power. That's not what's happening. Whether it's something that happened with somebody else, whether another person had to show you a part of yourself that you, for some reason, were trying not to see. No, this just you needed to because of this. If you want to stay in this level, you need to first clear out this level. You need to accept this level. There's people that are going to be lessons, and there are people that are going to come into your life in order to teach you some shit about yourself. And you're not going to be able to stay in your power and be in your power consistently if you cannot accept that these things will come in this way. Wow, Mercury retrograde is really affecting y'all. It's really affecting y'all, that's one. But it's necessary. Healing the ego is so hard, but it's necessary. So, this video is super long, but we're going to do very quickly. We're going to pull some oracle cards. So, I'm going to pull 3. But from 3 different decks. I guess I'm not pulling 3 because 5 million of them just decided to jump out. So there's that. Oh, okay. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just gonna pull 1 because I don't want it to be 5. Message for this week. Okay, here we go. Haha. Wow. Inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. You know, sometimes the cards have to repeat themselves. Hold on. Like dropping everything this week. Ooh. So, I'm also going to pull one from the Isis Oracle. Oh, wow. This is actually a spell. It's called the Pillar of Light. It's actually a spell. So you can take the words of this. It's basically the way it's a poem. It goes, Pillar of Light burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light, transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis descent, your blessings and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. And this is actually a ritual, so you can actually take a white candle. I've actually posted about this on my Instagram. You can take a white candle, anoint it with some oil of your choice, herbs of your choice, and then ask for protection and peace, and light it. I would suggest lighting it this week during the Virgo moon, because Virgo moons are amazing for healing work. And light yourself a candle. It could be like a 3-inch candle, nothing too shabby or anything like that. But yeah, this is actually a ritual, so you can do that this week and see how you feel afterwards, going through embracing your self-care practice by working your magic, literally working your magic, and putting your best foot out there. So yeah, that's it for this week. I will see you guys next week. All my links and stuff will be down below, including the Mercury retrograde blog. The link is gonna be down below. Also, this week is the last week for the 25% off with the code Jupiter in my shop. So go take a look at that, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe.